94.7 FM 94.7 Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7.
The CIMG Radio Program of the Year, Ekosiisen. Are you ready? You are listening to the CIMG Radio Program of the Year, Ekosiisen on Asempa 94.7 FM.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7.
The winner, Radio Program of the Year 2018, I beg your pardon. Asempa FM's Ekosiisen. And there they come, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's now do the 27th award for the Night Radio Program of the Year 2020. The sponsor is the Ghana Journalists Association. Let's welcome the presenter of the award, none other, yours and mine, Mr. Athol Morney, the National President of the GJA. Please, a round of applause. The winner goes home with a memento, citation, and certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, the Radio Program of the Year 2020 goes to Asempa FM Ekosiisen. Well, the host, I don't know who he has not interviewed yet. Congratulations to all of you, the entire team at Asempa FM's Ekosiisen. Congratulations to you for emerging the Radio Program of the Year 2020.
The award for the Political Program of the Year Radio going to Ekosiisen of Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Political Program of the Year Radio Ekosiisen. How did it end? And the host of the show, OB, steps up to pick the award.
Congratulations, Ekosiisen.
It's always a pleasure coming to Asempa where the truth is spoken.
Well, I know that Asempa has gained a lot of experience. Asempa is one of the, not the forerunners, but in terms of coverage and listenership, you stand tall. The new FM stations that are coming into the arena are not calling on you to exit, them to survive. Is that what is happening? No. They are learning from you. They are learning under your feet. They are also trying as much as possible to find space. And, there's enough in the world for everybody. There's enough in the world for everybody. And so I think that those who are coming up, we definitely will encourage the injection of new blood. But you cannot also totally do away with the experience.
That's na mefa kunya osu encha etifo nyina mutie Ekosiisen dwumadie na bedomo so as because Asempa Asempa nyina so efi etifo and me gigi so fa Ghana fa na nyina obi a radio eda a wuti na adwuma pa maye da be pemi samrenti mem sama muni adwuma fo mpenifo nyina
obi mamenda was na Ekosiisen adwuma nse miame pomo miame pomo ko mi jawa no ma be wa no mebo abaso in fact what push me pa ama at least me smart tumbo ase a cheche nsemwa obi Ekosiisen adwuma de bia me kan wo ye adwuma ba ti bia wo hu oni pa etie station at this time any information any education or the money pan na me sure na me mama for doing number kunya oba because adwuma mo ye no eso Ghana ni pa na me so me da was
Asempa mate se mwanya
CIMG Radio Program of the Year Ekosiisen.
Obi me boma baso papa em say next time no sa segment no me here some segment no Omon Sheda and Manasa award. Because that segment is sweet, is beautiful, is informing, it's telling us say Ghana is put first. And that segment is a segmenter. I'm say Omo Mumas Radio Awards. Omo here segment ye pa. Now within Ekosiisen no. Me here Semonso Enya award. Na me boma baso. Congratulations.
With a great respect, Obi Asempa Moyebi. And you continue to do better.
especially by questions I would tell beside here. Hey, I think I'm yet to see Obi our contest too.
Salam, any other business, me pacho?
Obi, we are fantastic. We see we do a quick too much. Messages are many, no. Easy.
The movement is on.
It's a movement. We can be we a champion. We a champion. We a champion. We a champion. Stronger than appetite. Stronger than appetite.
Stronger than appetite.
That's right. Ekosiise is stronger than appetite.
Honorable, Akwaba na apomwe.
In your jogba, bonto yote.
In your jogba. In your jogba. Hot here me wa denche.
Hot here me ona. Ibai. Walk away. You obi me da say. Answer na make us I think say. Was me bo abasopa. I've admired you from afar during the days in Takrady when we were in the position. And I think consistently you have proved to be a good substitute for our late brother. And let me say that you've been phenomenal. I mean, so brilliant. And your presentation, the construction, I mean, the thoughts, the question lines. And in the sense that I will see a dear Jumano, Menyaso.
Ekosiise On Asempa FM.
But Koso and serve the people of this country with all humility and a good heart. And I believe that the sky will all be the limit for you.
Only me share momna me fi nyina na bitie o. Ujumi dia wudi na bitie nti my used to. Yeah, your line of questioning send I was 100 program and I think say a bit me flow together.
Medase. Kofi they will turn against them. Boem constituency for nyina.
Boem for Joe because we program omumfa in the agro and they listen to it a lot and also and you are doing very well. And let me use this opportunity to congratulate you. More platform program award. It's a great award. More and you are doing so well. People will criticize you, but that is the only that is the success some of them. It helps you to listen and then do more. That's why you are winning the honors. And that's why you are winning the honors. And keep it up.
Lawyer John, lawyer Akwaba.
Obi, me just so yada wasinsuni adwuma pa wo ye. Ghana de eba amanyo sema ne enkomo aye difa o man hu a obi anim se obi ni Asempa Ekosiise any number 1 enti moni adwuma.
Openness, I think that this shouldn't be a problem at all.
Mida itself should come out, yes.
Yeah, Mida should tell us, Miracle, this is a shareholding structure. Indigenous Ghanaians, only maybe X percentage, and the Philippines, only a Y percentage. And I think that should settle this matter.
Honorable, it's always a pleasure talking to you. May that's a powerful for your time.
What be,
and the Honorable John Japon here in Kano. Ernest Yaokomi, Sakwa, and saying,
Yami Dubi,
Bibi Ekoi,
Yamiadum, the Yami, Ashay Swama, Fiako, Asamba Betu India. Na nyamena wasi danase na yedagana fu nyinase na adofo nso a omonso akosu taye chi ni ade abreni omuhye yenkran ema yenso no yabebumbu egusu timi ye adwuma ne sane esitie no nkenka ne ye party for ne ye party penny for ne so no yenda omu nyinase nti mefa akonye nso achia menua no etia ifi akwetia ne party omu nyina akwetia constituency ye chia omu and can me chairman or a friend Alaji Baba Yakubu.
Constituency chairman.
Aye. Okay. But no friend Baba Yanku. Ubi enda monsomansi. Oh, esan say whether we come on the show or not, it is show no. Now it's one of the impressive shows a Wukuma Utia say you are either being educated or informed. Now I am share some of us now you know more personal relationship and me share the team spirit. I am Modiye Jumana. It is very, very interesting.
Chief Baine, Akwaba na apom to then.
Osei Bonsu.
Ekosiise On Asempa
FM.
Fantastic. Na mete fote won catcher. Bibi aboko.
Oh Nyankopon na dum bibia dadin. Na waso apom.
Nyame na dum kakra. Ye pem so kakra.
Asempa awu na wuti nyina wa kire dey so apara. Ghana ha ye nyo to 100 abere a won dun ye rambo mo rekodu bia obama ya so at.
Fantastic.
Ghana manda wonas.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7.
For them to have that respect and the glory surrounding chieftaincy and that authority. So we are protecting the authority of chiefs and the respect for chiefs. We must protect the authority and respect for our speakers as well. It is not just easy. Now you are reducing the authority and respect for our speakers anyway. But on a more serious note, the ruling as it has just come. Say the Supreme Court should know that in Parliament, a consensus and compromises. Now you are telling me, say 138 we cannot take decision.
Honorable Ahmed, unim metie udinya mawakasa bebre. So okay, far, in some wakanina, you are not talking law. They are all Canadian.
Article 102 na law.
Oh no, that's Article 102. Then interpretation you put on it, and I seminal.
Article 110 na law.
The interpretation you are putting on it, no, is where the issue is.
No, interpretation of the standing orders and how Parliament works is only reserved for the Speaker and not the Supreme Court. Any law.
But unimun so say.
Then the mama quote to these three, you are saying say any law.
Me say the interpretation you are putting on it.
And I interpret. I read Article 102 for you. I read Article 110 for you, and I read Standing Order 5 for you.
Yeah, but I told you, say Article 102 no. Emma Parliament quite say on standing orders, and non just we standing orders now. When there are provisions.
Article 102 is not standing orders.
Which one is the standing orders no?
110.
Good. Ain't he? And non just we standing orders now. That's a provision we were standing orders nimua. A year inconsistent with the constitution. The Supreme Court means strikers are the out.
There is no provision in the standing order. Which Speaker 102 says the constitution that Deputy Speaker is not part of quorum. You don't need a rocket engineer to come and tell you this.
It's not part of which quorum?
If you there, I can read it again for you.
It is not part of which quorum?
Article 102 says a quorum of Parliament. It has not differentiated whether which quorum. A quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of the members of Parliament.
That is a quorum for
and
business.
Which definition do you want me to give to this? I'm not rewriting the Constitution. I'm reading it for your hearing.
Okay.
And our listeners are judging for themselves.
Okay. And only say 1/3, meboa.
Apart from the person presiding.
Good. And it's a move take decision in Parliament and so on.
And your decision. And some one thing and trust you take a decision. You need 91. And 1/3 near 91 and 91 constitution is the deputy speaker's link out.
And so
once the Supreme Court says their part.
The Supreme Court ruling no a quorum for a decision to be made.
So now we should tell one, if you don't see it, how can you take decision?
Parliament, and you're subject to Obifufrobia interpretation. What Parliament has decided?
No subject to Obifufrobia interpretation, subject to interpretation of the Constitution. What is our subject to this Constitution? Parliament, obviously superior to the idea. We are not a sovereign Parliament. We are not the Westminster type of Parliament. We are getting confused. Westminster type of Parliament now over. Almost can say the only Western Parliament is to change a woman into a man and a man into a woman. Constitution and we have a constitution, a Parliament which is subservient to a constitution, a supreme law called the Constitution. And in our country, one can say, Lord, they say, subject to the provisions of this Constitution. You know, the Constitution, what it's on any Amoyana, we're now to that type of kind of war article in 200. The dear Biana and Emperor Constitution, and Bobo, and the standing orders now, as we are business of the two constitutional orders in your correct Parliament, Supreme Court, no, it's Bobo,
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7.
The CIMT Radio Program of the Year, Ekosiisen. Are you ready? You are listening to the CNG radio program of the year, Ekosiise on Asempa 94.7 FM. Are you ready? You are listening to the CNG radio program of the year, Ekosiise on Asempa 94.7 FM. Are you ready? You are listening to the CNG radio program of the year, Ekosiise on Asempa 94.7 FM.
Ekosiise on Asempa FM 94.7. 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 Asempa FM. Ekosiise on Asempa FM 94.7.
Minutes after 2. Asempa 94.7 FM. A Thursday afternoon. At the Ekosiise Bremo. On the 10th day of March 2022. If you are listening to us for the first time, a higher Asempa FM. You are 355 Fanofa Street, Ewo Kokomlemle, Accra. Osei, Bonsu from Yobi. Let me thank the production team, the team that has made this show possible. Dominic Kisi Yeboah, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Intiamoa, Eric Opare, popularly known as DJ Yayo, and a Queen Star, a Japan. So our show is live and airborne from now till 6:30 p.m. Be our guest in the next 4 hours, 30 minutes. And you will a huge show for you. And seminar a world show you so endorsement. We would go to the High Court here in Accra. We would go to a Parliament House. But in the Parliament, what him said, Enra, the ruling of the apex court of the land, are generating a huge discussion. And those who are, for the ruling and against the ruling vehemently. The minority enra a press conference at the Ensemble Brina Etuja. And will be speaking to the minority chief whip, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak. Here we are, a member on the majority side, MP for Esikado Keten, former Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Republic of Ghana, and Osei, immediate past minister in charge of railways development, the Honorable Joe Gatti and Nebetnase Eddie Nkomo. And then we would go to the US of A. Na yene a lawyer and governance expert, Professor Kweku Asare, and so Eddie Nkomo, or some very, 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 very interesting opinions against the ruling from the Supreme Court. And the Professor Kweku Asare will be speaking with us in the area. Now, Yaji also the perspectives on what this ruling means to parliamentary independence and to the workings of parliament in the Ebedi Sound community in the area. Later on the show, the discussion segment, and the lawyer Sami Jemfi, National Communications Officer, NDC, Eba Bekayensa, Ewo Studio, sounds as the Honorable Collins, Adoma Comensa, the NPP MP for Afija Kwabre North in the Ashanti region would also join us in studio. And in Penyifui, anyone better us in the discussion segment, Abremo. But before all of that, Unim say, and the application for bail for Oliver Vomawo, and Adea's application for bail was called at the High Court. Now, in some the story is that the state is opposed to that application for bail. Mobakaya, Asemi mu biko Supreme Court. Deputy Attorney General at the time, Eko Koka, said the state may consider not opposing the application for bail, but the state is opposed to that application for bail. Reasons by a state no ama. We'll be speaking with Joseph Akable na wamaye details no of what happened in court and the area. As we speak, Oliver Baka Vomawo is still in police custody. Enran the breaking news in Sobremo said none who do no kakra into idea police for the call a police hospital. We are told say or that's so police hospital a doctor for air day. But court said the substantive matter on the application for bail, no, the court will hear that on Monday, 14th March. And we'll bring you all the other details, what you need to know about this developing story. But we would want to dedicate this show to two very important personalities. One is an elder of the Church of Pentecost, the national chairman of the opposition NDC, the elder Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, I don't know how many years he is, but elder Samuel Ofosu Ampofo Awoda. We dedicate our show to him and we wish him well. Our prayer is for God to comfort him on every side, and we pray that the grace of God will be sufficient unto him. Now, baby, other than IBC, Rotimia conquer territories in line with the possession the nations overarching theme of the Church of Pentecost. Eldo for Swampofo, happy birthday. Sounds so enna modern CEO 1, CEO Bakope, the indefatigable CEO of Africa's Club of the 20th Century, Kumasi Asante Kotoko CEO. They need an anayao amponsa nawoda. And what that young man has done in 2 years for Kumasi Asante Kotoko is unbelievable. Happy birthday to you, Nanayao Amponsa, CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We dedicate our show again to him as well. We pray that you continue to do exploits with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We trust you, we believe in you, and keep leading Nanayao Amponsa. No, we too much. We too much. And let me also remind you, sir. Yene Minerals Commission in Pennyfonso, Ibedin Komo, and there is a lot we are learning from Minerals Commission and your engagement. Anyone in your Indians would have them on the show. Now, anyone wait to me, Eddie and Komo. Where say, Obi, anyway, I'm watching you live from Dansuman Sharp Care with Prince of being Greater Accra Regional Organizer, and I create more Boaten Eddie any happy belated birthday to Honorable Baba Seidu Isaka, Greater Accra Regional Assistant Secretary. May Allah bless you and everyone around you. Allahu Akbar. Master Planner Junior, Ken Tampo, and on the way Abba. And Onasa Scobie comes through with a picture of Parliament and Anopeno say, Obi, there are less than 10 MPs in Parliament today. Why can't they shut the chamber to save money if there is no business in Parliament? Wow. Less than 10. Oh. A virtually empty chamber. Now, based on picture, I know they are sending it there. An empty chamber virtually. Our Parliament. And we say good afternoon, Obi. Ekosiisen is airborne inside Queensland, and I'm enjoying the most listened to afternoon talk show live with Patrick Osajefo, Angel Akosia Konedu Amwakon, and Frederick Kwesi Dampare. Obi, a special glorious birthday going out to Mrs. Joyce Dodu, aka Yabwachwa of Kokomba Market here in Accra, and also a glorious birthday to Emmanuel Edu, aka Ken Agogo of Kokobot, Takradi Kejebil. Okay, Nana Say and the rest of the family celebrate you guys today. Master P all the way from London, and all the way are praying. Let me deal with the other ones now. And twice we say Happy 10th birthday to a perfect princess. This is the first 2-decade anniversary of your life, and you have become more beautiful and intelligent. I'm so proud of you. May happiness be with you every day, all the days of your life. I wish this day would be as fabulous as your presence has been in our lives. Love you, darling daughter. Chloe Emefa Kumo. I hope so many doing it right. Chloe. And now Chloe Emefa Kumo. From your dad, Honorable Patrick Kumo, MCE, Wejagbawe Municipal Assembly, and Odiwe Abba. Happy birthday to my brother Isaac Odro, Kokroko producer on Peace FM. And this from Kofigo Nediwe Abba, going out to you, Isaac Odro, a member of the production team on Kokroko as the morning show on Peace FM. And to do have a good one. Talking of Peace FM, let me say good afternoon to Chairman General Kwame Sefa Kain. Chairman General, good afternoon to you. Ma yerishana yen twaso. I was say you call US of A na yekoko komo. Do we have Professor Kweku Asare on the line? I was say yeshena yebeko akwa kodin komo enchebia. Na yashe said the nyoma ABC ako. There is also a statement from the NDC Youth Wing on the Supreme Court ruling Eba Enra. Now, it's a statement signed by the party's national youth organizer, lawyer George Opare Ado. Councillor Kwabada Pom to saying. Now, and statement now, you make the point, sir, the youth wing of the NDC is utterly dismayed by the conclusions reached by the Supreme Court in its judgment of 9th March 2022 on the Deputy Speaker's right to vote when presiding and the formation of a quorum for parliamentary business. Why do you disagree with the Supreme Court? Lady
Kime, I'm in charge for Article 102 of the 1992 Constitution. There is no ambiguity. Sorry, Kasano and your Kasa, we hear will be in our travel. Never know what they say, oh, preside here. And the current speaker secretary. So I will preside because there are instances, Edia Sadano, Speaker, First Deputy Speaker, and Tmiamba, Second Deputy Speaker, Tmiamba. Any members of Parliament now, Bedroom will say, and we're waiting at an approach. Now, what done it done? Some air course of Parliament. There is no ambiguity in that wording. Our 1992 Constitution, as I said, so the war will preside, yeah, can't call my own count. But the Supreme Court said, yeah, so Pierre Tosubi, Obi, sir, Meno will say, you'll be a friend of separation of powers. You're trying to say, 3 arms of government, so they will be ending to Senator, because will be ending the line. You get to say, executive about the parliament, parliament is back of executive, and they declare judiciary, everything after Mukakra. But as a parliament, it's a master of its rules and procedures. In Nema, a coso on the floor of parliament, and you're subjected to any executive interference or judicial interference. Over Article 104 on voting rights of the Speaker, it specifically mentions Speaker. The Speaker has no original vote or a casting vote. Now, for 104 Article 104, subsection 3, it goes further to tell you, say, not that it's a tire. He said, we are trying to say for e-levy. So I'm buying support e-levy. Now, opposition, they said that they support e-levy. Nay, not a paya, 137. What it means is against for those who are against it, and they think you know why that is there, and this is a constitutional provision. What it simply means is Lord anticipated say, and there somebody will be presiding, but that presiding person will not be given a vote. It's because that presiding person, because even at the committee level, when there is a voter, original voters committee as the head of the committee, but a paya or original vote. And the Constitution made that provision. So if the Constitution here, did not make that provision. He said, wow, what people know, Ubinya casting votes to decide, but that's rather an empire. Those four have lost to Omomi against now. Then it means the framers knew exactly what they were doing.
And by that, you mean at the committee level?
No. At the voting in Parliament.
At the voting in Parliament,
yes,
okay.
104 subsection 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly there is no ambiguity in this instance. And now, standing orders of Parliament, acts of Parliament, legislative instruments and executive instruments, because the Constitution cannot solve all our problems in words. The BR Constitution into 110, Article 110. It says Parliament will have standing orders from the Bay. So what does the standing order say? Order 109 subsection 3 says. And here it makes specific mention of Deputy Speaker. Because in the first instance, 104 I mentioned Deputy Speaker. But even 102 did not mention Speaker or Deputy Speaker. But it says whoever is presiding. So a year who follow that's a whole year interpretation. So would be for documents in bits and pieces. You must take the whole document and send away interpretation of it. But in these instances, there was nothing for the courts to interpret it in the first place. And usually in instances like this, because it affects procedures on the floor of Parliament, the Supreme Court should have declined jurisdiction. Because more or less, these are like political questions. And the Supreme Court does not have the competencies to answer that. But what have we seen? The Supreme Court, over the last 3 years, is rewriting the laws. Obi said, "We are speaker." That's a Osembra. Now, or deputy to be now anymore. Now, Embrana, now there is no problem, which is okay, which is fair. So, if you inherit the rights of the speaker, why don't you inherit the limitations of the speaker? Because right now, inheriting, Emma to me, Emma here to be a speaker, if once you leave your chair as a member of Parliament, now for that moment now preside, you have lost your right as a member of Parliament, but you're a speaker because you do everything the speaker does. So if you take the benefits, why not the limitations? And the limitations are that you cannot vote. We are speaker, we are first deputy or second deputy speaker, who pay near MPC. So you take the benefits, yet you cannot take the limitations.
Yeah, but just share the specific reliefs now it will before the court from Nipa or the Assembly Court, Supreme Court now. And I think two main issues nana share ewaha. Second one on the quorum it was relative to a quorum for decisions to be made in Parliament. So share 102 now. A quorum of Parliament apart from the person presiding shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament.
Okay.
That
so
one.
Apart from, Obi,
yes.
The language is apart from emphasis is mine.
Yeah, yes.
Apart from the person.
The person preside, absolutely.
So whoever presides is not part of the quorum.
Yeah, Baun said this quorum, the 1/3 there, for parliamentary business to go on. But I think the contentious issue in Parliament at the time was apart from the quorum for business to go on, share the 1/2 quorum that we here for a decision to be made. That was what was contentious. And then the panel they call Supreme Court.
And I will be making sure there was no ambiguity. Let's say, so 102 have made it in our question already.
Yes.
I ain't very easy, am I? What constitutes a quorum in Parliament? For both business, because before Parliament constitutes a quorum, why they constitute a quorum? Because they want to do government business. Or because they want to do parliamentary business. So if they don't have the numbers they have now, and I 1/3 now constitution, then there is no quorum. But whoever presides that day, when I hear you, when you first deputy speaker, when you second deputy speaker, members now they share when you say no, no, preside, you are not counted part of the quorum. This is basic. So we are overstretching and we are rewriting.
Okay, and if I get your point, George, if I get your point, if per Article 102. Say to me, quorum, the 1/3 for parliamentary business to continue. You cannot then be part of a quorum for a decision to be made. That's your argument, right?
Obi, this is not rocket science. This is the black and white letter of the law. I don't know why we are construing other things into it. And this does not warrant an interpretation. If over the years, say, any parliament near but we've had instances where first and second speakers have been presiding and they've not joined to vote. What has changed today? Because they wanted 137. But even that, come down to 104. Just leave 102 and come down to 104, subsection 3 of 104. That talks about what does that tell you?
Where the vote on any motion are equal, it shall be taken to be lost.
Exactly. Where the votes on any motions are equal, it shall be taken to be lost. What it says is that, because it tells you is that it unfazed will be somebody who is presiding, but that person, or casting voter, will it be lost? He would have been the decider.
Yeah, but 1042, Nika said, the speaker shall have neither an original nor casting vote. But I think the speaker here, again, the framers probably did not also anticipate, say, Yebenya situation at war, looking at how the parliament is now.
That is why, and I'm starting by saying that is why the standing order is there. That is why the standing order is there. Because the standing order also has roots in 110. So the standing order is just like acts of parliament. Not all the laws that are written in the constitution. In banning constitution, people are asking them about. So the constitution makes provisions for other laws, and that is why we have EI, LI, acts, and then what are the rules and regulations, so that the parliament are expressly constitution the drafters can put it there, and that is how come the order 109 specifically mentions. And if you read 109, it is interesting. 109 talks about just original votes. 109 just talks about just original votes. That's the speaker who is presiding, first or second, has no original vote. So he leaves out casting votes. Because casting votes has already been dealt with in 104, subsection 3. So this is not rocket science. What the Supreme Court is doing is to rewrite the laws of this country. They are not clothed with the authority of writing laws. That job is only that of Parliament.
No, but where you also probably make a mistake, and it's they might not be clothed with the power to rewrite laws, and as to write laws.
Yeah.
But Article 2 of the Constitution,
any law inconsistent with the Constitution should be declared null and
that is even 1-2. That is even 1-2. I'm talking Article 2, where they are given the power to embark on judicial review, and through the judicial review, say the new laws, so be it.
No. Obi. Judicial review is not rewriting of the law.
No, but it can bring about new laws. I'm not saying they will write laws.
You see, our common law system is that once there is a precedent from a higher court, it becomes the law.
Absolutely.
That has always been there. But deliberately, the Supreme Court cannot start rewriting the law out of a decision. If some interpretation comes, then it sets apart and makes the matter clear. But in this instance, the Supreme Court should have stayed away. You know why? Because, for instance, the Chief Justice issue administrative notes, and I say judicial notes, administrative notes, now issue. So it should start. It ends up writing laws. If Parliament says you are not close to that authority, so those laws nobody should work with that. You know what will be starting from the other country? The battery in democrats not going to. Even the executive, if the president fires, if the president takes certain decisions, the courts are stopped from interfering in it. It's, why are we doing this? Procedures of Parliament. If we allow these things to stand, a day will come, immunities of MPs will be taken away from them. We may have another Chief Justice. We may have another president in the near future. And another Parliament, very similar to this. But we'll have a worse president who doesn't respect the rule of law than what we have today. And we'll have a Chief Justice who have no respect for the Constitution, and we'll see worse. Our Parliament, we immunity now will be revoked because somebody will go to court and the court will put an interpretation that you don't have the power to say what you said on the floor.
George, my final question, Bear, say, when there is clearly a cul-de-sac, in the already you see in Parliament, where a particular provision in the Constitution and then in the standing orders, Obia interpretation of that provision is different. And I'm so much confusion by because the Speaker at the time thought, say, based on the understanding of what is in the standing orders and the Constitution, no, or who quite obey me at Tuaba, Ebimufi say only who quite, what would be the appropriate forum to go? And why would you then say the Supreme Court should decline jurisdiction over this? Now, why in the best of us our problem?
Obi, when the framers said, Parliament is the master of these rules and procedures, what do they say?
Yeah, but this time, no, those rules and procedures, no, at the huge division about Obia and
I if Parliament wants to resolve their own issues,
yes,
and if not because of pettiness and the passage of e-levy, Parliament has the capacity to deal with this matter. Because when the Speaker himself is sitting, I believe these issues could be put to rest. But because somebody's parochial interest, say, I was say, you pass the e-levy, and suddenly now the judiciary has allowed themselves to be used in pushing the e-levy, which the Ghanaian people of this country are against. And my only advice to the judiciary is very simple. Among say, it is only Parliament that has a mandate from the people. They are appointed. Our MPs are elected. That is why we call Parliament the House of the People. That is the apex of it. So we cannot allow judicial interferences in there. And I fully support the call on the minority MPs. Say they will make sure they uphold the Constitution and defend the integrity of Parliament. And we can assure them.
How would they do that? On
the floor of Parliament, they can hold. That is in the Chamber of Parliament. They have a responsibility in the Chamber of Parliament. Yet the Croman will not say that for our chamber anymore, and nothing has been done so far because we have two Democrats in us here, and all of us are quiet. Very soon, on the boy with our studio no and everybody will be quiet too.
I don't think you are quiet. I say you are talking. So why do you say all of us are quiet?
Obi, we should call it and say that it is wrong. We should call those who are responsible for that. How on earth will military men enter the Chamber of Parliament? Can they enter the Supreme Court? Can they enter the House of the Executive? But they happen. Where you and I, in the apex, no, you have to tune us because of somebody's political experience. As for President Akufo-Addo, when history is written, his name will be written in black. Say he's the worst president that ever graced this country and became president of this country. What took three institutions in us, and sadly enough, our institutions are allowing themselves to be manipulated. It is unfortunate. And this is not what the young people of this country are hoping to see. We are hoping to build a good and a better Ghana that our children will grow up and be proud of. Not a Ghana where we are all at the beck and call of the executive. Into the executive depend on what the emperor wants is what should happen. It can't happen. And we can assure them that we will resist oppressors' rule as said in our national anthem.
George Parado, may I not say, you ever seen him? Why? Yeah, he's a national youth organizer of the NDC, lawyer George Parado, and Moten and Ekosiise saying Sonny, a high Asempa 94.7 FM. Okay, somebody just sent me a story. Said a Pokwase interchange cable thief has been electrocuted while stealing earth wires. Pokwase interchange. Obi kwa kuwia cables ni bi wo ma kanea no ache no me yesi wewu poto ewo ho. Obi, just greet Honorable Collins Adomako Mensa for me. Just say Charles Quatten extends his greetings. He is my good pal. We are made from the business school and proud members of the Ubuntu group. He knows very well what I'm talking about. Thank you. And this is from, okay, let me see. Anyway, Charles Quating and on the way, about Charles Quating, thank you. This one says, yesterday's Supreme Court verdict proves clearly, that because anytime they take an issue to court, defeat is always the outcome. The people of Ghana must never allow the NDC to govern the nation. Otherwise, they can sign a bad international agreement that can collapse the nation Okay, that's Munkaila Jonas Adia. You know why I refused to read part of your message. Those were highly unnecessary. Obi, isn't it good? The controversy surrounding the Deputy Speaker's right to vote in parliamentary proceedings in the absence of the Speaker has finally been settled. Now the Speaker, Bagman, can take a full breather from his medical trip whilst the business of the House goes on uninterrupted. Best regards to Dr. Prince Ama Kabiesi Sekendi and Odiweya Brain. Obi, a very big good afternoon to Honorable Fusaini Issa, former MP Okaikwe North constituency and incoming MP for the Okaikwe constituency. Okay, Kofi go again coming through with this one. Most of the interpretation given by the Supreme Court under the leadership of His Lordship have become controversial in our beloved country, Ghana. But unfortunately, Enra, the 7-member panel, His Lordship, and in Yabua Enkaho. Prince Henry in Koforidia, or say regards to Honorable Basel Kwejo Ahiable and Honorable Julius Deborah. We say, Obi, you are loud and clear with the Ekosiisen fan base at Ashes Barbershop near the Magistrate Court in Ejumako, led by Kojo Okoso, Kelvin, Kojo Dum P, and the rest of you. Ejadam Ewo Inyan Maim. Good afternoon to all of you. We say, Obi, how can an MP who represents his constituent in Parliament and has the voting right be prevented from voting because he is sitting in for the Speaker of Parliament? I think the ruling of the Supreme Court yesterday is in order and shows a clear indication that most of our law lords and standing orders needs to be amended. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona Odobing, and Odiwe Abba. We say, Obi, it's sad how the NDC is trying to run down every institution in Ghana. The mindset of my way or the highway the NDC is trying to exhibit is very bad and should be spoken against. Nanampon Sabidiako and Odiwe Abraying. Loads and loads of your messages coming through. We say, Obi, good afternoon. Please extend my warm regards to all the comrades at the clubhouse, especially Oman Hene Kwabena Asante, Alfred Kojo Tradels, Ode Abraying, and no. There is a statement from the Tepa Traditional Council, and it says, Ray Akufo-Addo is untruthful. My attention has been drawn to a publication by WhatsApp News with the above headline with my picture published in attachment. For the record, I am not Jasehene of Manson Edubia as the body of the letter purport. I have also not made any such remarks about His Excellency the President, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. I therefore request an apology, retraction, and correction from the publishers of the WhatsApp News. This is signed by Nana Edusei Atwenewa Ampem, Omanhene Tepa Traditional Council. And on this our statement, Abba. Thank you. We say, Obi, I'm enjoying your show from the seafront of Margate and enjoying some delicious fish and chips. Max all the way from the United Kingdom. And on the way, Abraham. Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 FM. Yentia we meba sisi ya.
Asempa biaba. Upe sika akostati ejuma bi. Uhia bosia atre udwadie mu. Uye government ana private worker unye sika de ate hot biso. Uye busumi ejuma unye scan tempa biso. Any na quick credit be ma obosia mo etua ne kakra. Eye collateral free loan na susu savings account opening deposit BRNim. De hia ne se uye Ghana ni na wo Ghana card. Se wanye ejuma afiwe mu de kodia na wa na upe o excuse BRNim. For quick credit it was 0302 200 390 and na 0596 920-833. Number for Biara Frewa and quick credit. Shannon so say quick credit and malone ewo internet so. Inti Shanna Obiara and Dadao. Bank of Ghana am momu dwede ho kwan na kaise nhyehyɛ da ho.
Quick credit. Lending made simple.
Se wo fe se dey na wo car nya utumi luzu bibia bi enu nti na Edu Motors ewo ho wo car ye dada uni sika pudu adbeto foforo a ko Edu Motors ono be yen hyehyɛ ama wo car foforo fa wo driver's license 2 passport pictures and 2 guarantors omuni wachi enko Edu Motors netua 10% of car na open bo why car on awie niaka no obetua no small Edu Motors dia ho to aba insurance no obetua ma free na se wo engine no kra say a omo ba ko asem free to amika ko ye head office e wo Kaswa Widiba Road Barrier Junction baby awo na ho a me pato G number we ne frɛ je be kire Edu Motors branch e be wo no akwaje wo car
0575 047 303 ana 0550 342 562
Edu Motors, your light has come.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no wasoguso a wutie no ma yana mu nyina se matwen yen ma yakọ asan so aba yetoa dwumadi no eso yere aseda eba bema aboafo a woboa yen sound of our time we Ekosiisen so Edu Motors or say your light has come Provident Insurance with Provident Man you are covered and Agbeve Herbal Center omoboa yen de be here some segment nso Ostek Properties yen Sasira Obapa product EcoBank Ghana, the Pan-African Bank, and your Rockstars Roofing Systems. Among so your interviews are including the one-on-one interviews, no, and also Chop Shop, Ghana's Good Food Place, DBS Roofing Sheet, Roofing Papa Fie, and a HEPA Plus mixture. Emma Apomodin and Pa among so your discussion segment, no, Weber Call, or say Weber We Care, Franco Trading Enterprise, Phone Papa Fie, Dependable Herbal. Omona de Adom Malakio Abejaso and Emma Ross Limited. Omonso say na saying the discussion segment no Ebremo. We are still working the lines to get to speak to Professor Kwekwasari from his base in the US. And Honorable Mubarak Muntaka and so Ebedi Enkomo and Afi Honorable Joe Gate will join us in studio. Now Afi would examine into detail the ruling of the court yesterday. But first, Sadi American share Moboni Yene Minerals Commission in Penny for any enkomo na afi yeba betwa so etumi akọ back onto the phone lines na the Supreme Court hons and semino etumi abremo. Last week ye enkomo bi ase efa kwan a ye fa so transport mining explosives and the protocols are material health and safety protocols are ye de egu akwan mu to make sure say ebe safe e de ama obia ene no ye toa so Mr. Kwame Jesse, Inspector of Mines, Wabekansa Ewa Minerals Commission, ma yenu komo emfa additional measures for the safe transport of explosives no area na fe yatwa yenjumedi no so inti maybe we'll start from a quick recap last week in komo yedi Jesse akwaba na apomi ede
apomi obi number jozo e
yami adom baby aboko it is a recap here last week you said the speed limit I was a cars no itimi echo one escort vehicles near the space I was a dom on term near the a quick recap or more intimi entieno na mosi no hon sem to say
okay obi we there matcha on the matcha station on the matcha TF1 so nyina so my akwanya say meka additional guidelines regarding the transport of explosives on public roads so a big platform last week you know you can additional guidelines you know you can you bob bebre so na mom say e bi wono ma ya fa nka ho na mpese no me share no and sana say line of questioning bi beba aba ba kwa me pese me kan flashing lights and I say revolving lights I walk explosive trucks no so no I was say at least 100 meters away it should be visible 100 meters away the NTT say you per se incoming cars ehu say explosive truck na eba no and as a ben villages nso a also mo so ehu say you were revolving lights and you were sirens nso were cars ni one and also alert bystanders and incoming cars explosive truck and eba no. Now the third and most important but very important you were monitoring systems. I check it driver fatigue our trucks anymore. Now monitoring systems, no example, you bet me a commands, your commands anymore. You were dump trucks. Dump trucks and heavy mining equipment. One of them are dump trucks. And on near they monitor driver na ochi dump truck no. Back we in camera. Camera no behind the knee say or da. Then and on is connected to microphobia from dispatch. Dispatch no more share. Sane man who say oh da obetima free supervisor and supervisor na best sound. Ye wo sensors and so dump trucks nim. No a BP e wo where you know seat na sia. Na eno so actually say wabre e bi a wo kwa na a vibrate a bon say and also say wabre. And the third most important say wabra you need to report to your supervisor. And this animal miensa way no is the onset of this near person ye explosive truck on him. The explosive truck on no fatigue management system I did by in camera no so you better the way I will see corner say utonkwa and no the blasting certificate of competency holder now or no so bit me catch okay say oh that ya and that's what bra yanko park your police station we are so ojo wa home kakra ya to so enti enu nyina so ho no ma e monitor enti eno no ye one of the key installations a war explosive truck na ye dey banim enti eno so ka ho
and we be new explosive trucks are more cradiaba and I say more specifications how the truck bebe was say anima we nyina wo
mu specifications no old trucks na or more used for transport of explosives no also Sanyama way in an womb because additional guidelines are be taking care of Sadiano. And they also making sure say was Sanyama way in our once last week make say your co inspection of mines more. The mines inspectors are going to check all the additional guidelines to say what this ones are. Now one of them, and yes one of them, about 3 of them the mechanics is here. Tini no be check here. Say a what truck them and sana one ma say truck move. And flashing light, and yet explosive truck on I was say escort vehicle, also no be. But I know they also at least 50 meters away. Because say home, say chromo na or say chromo phone home, grandson because it's and also a idea and also honum.
Wow. And I know say the speed limit required for explosive truck they are saying.
But you know 60 kilometers per hour.
60 kilometers per hour.
Per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. And okay.
And the distance between escort vehicle and a truck escort vehicle and a truck is 100 meters, right?
Escort vehicle and D truck it should be at least 50
meters
and at most 60.
Okay. The idea train a 20 or 30.
Very good. But the idea anymore I also say it should be accompanied with a uniformed police officer. Or ukretu or armed. And I do DH a uniformed. But ukretu. And I say a be an accidental triggering of the gun. Now comma I go straight into the explosive truck. Now go trigger accidental detonation. And that is it about the speed limit.
Okay. Into the code of safe working practice. E be na yabro brosui. Why muna e develop it? And why am I approve sa nioma yedi hun komo nyina
obi code of safe working practice no kwan a obefa so a obey wadwuma safely abbianc on say yedi mo hakra example a more production department more advertising more activities and more production ni nyina no activity bia no mo kwan a mo fa so mo ye safely and they mark the same way no yes, so no activity public transportation of explosives on the road. Activities be any woman. Activities be woman say escort. Say driving the explosive truck safely. And it is the responsibility of the explosive manager on site. Me pacho and on me to refer slightly on the regulation. Regulation 11 or 2177 and a regulation 515 or LI 2182.
Yes.
There were 2 regulations. 2 regulations are binding same way I can. 2182 no and LI 2177 and new explosives. But for the purposes of this, once I hear explosives in Kwano, let's deal with the LI 2177. To me, person we go to 11 now who the way it is.
Okay.
The patrol also code of safe working practice. A manager shall ensure that each activity for which that manager is responsible and which involves explosives is carried out according to a written code of safe working practice. So it is there.
Okay.
And to the manager of the site, which is the explosive manager, you are supposed to develop that code of safe working practice.
For wow workers,
in this case, we are talking about public transportation of explosives.
There should be a document.
There should be a document. The document will signify every stage in the process. Into every stage, you identify the risk and hazards. You put controls. Risk, hazards, you put controls.
All the controls.
All the way will be in a format, in a document.
Yes.
Then you hand a copy of that document to the blasting certificate holder. And if all accompany explosives, the competent person.
Okay. Escort the movie and that's what main track on a driver and if you don't be crack document I can
excellent because when you know yes we saw their mom also explosive manager you need to train your people.
Okay.
Training will encompass the escort driver blastman and kasa and now also training with records and the regulation is also clear on that. Over 11 or see a manager shall, for the purpose of implementing safe procedures, ensure that employees receive training before assigning a job. And yes, it is not enough developing the code of safe working practice, but you have to ensure what training with records. And if any inspector comes there and also, you are traveling, so show us your code of safe working practice. Then you will show me, all right. But the next question will be, have you trained them? Because Osei, Omonko, escort driver, any moon, Uncle 50, and then 60 at most. A chain uncle 20 and 30 at most. What shows? And you have to show records of training, and code of safe working practice now. Also, watch on Crawford. Where is the evidence showing? And every 1 year be a review because new hazards and new risks present. And that is about the code of safe working practice.
And we know a idea more meticulously no more check.
Yes,
because what I say if you are word of mouth say you're training and call for no. You go further to demand evidence so much. That is something nipa bebre na might not want to do. But is it something I'm also much call for them look out for these things. As I allow my car move.
But and also a kahubi.
Okay.
Also as an inspector you need to ensure code of safe working practice. Blastman.
No.
That you need to also go further to ask, ampa ya train no more na in train because on what basis in our own omonko. It means that you have trained them. So won't train no more. Omonko na BBC. Then what happens? There should be a written document that says why training. Now you're okay, then it's okay. Then we can allow you to go.
This part on because I think last week discuss AMFO and explosives being and emreya develop emma ho kwan say a better transporting on public roads.
Very good question. Very good question. Pajo AMFO no. AMFO, ammonium nitrate fuel oil.
Okay.
On the 2 divisions, ammonium nitrate and
fuel oil. Yes.
We can separate it. We can separate it. Diana and explosives. AN plus FO and AMFO. And no they are separate. But a kabuma na explosive properties. And they are no person will be transported on public unless you are exempted in writing by the CIM. And America chose unless express permission is given to you by the CIM.
By the CIM.
And
Chief Inspector of Mines.
Yes, the chief.
I don't know what he transport you on public road.
Yes. And you need to satisfy him. Say why he say why A B C D. Niama bebre. We bit makra lasting for 1 month. Bit mama 1 month exemption. Bit mama. But you have to satisfy him. Say all the safety precautions required in order to transport explosives safely. No one meet. And sana. Obefe sani mani na. Unless express permission is given to you by the Chief Inspector of Mines, it is prohibited to transport AMFO on public roads.
Okay. And the AMFO is the explosive Imrano Abra. Say, am I in public roads? I just say, when you
express permission,
authorization from the Chief Inspector of Mines.
Exactly. Inti enon na me de we be kan say inti na your AMFO plant.
Yes.
Yeah, instructor so monye AMFO plant
close to the mine.
Close to the mine, so that they can mix.
Yes.
Mixing keke.
Mixing.
When you have 94% of AN. Now when you 6% of diesel oil.
Oil.
No one AMFO. Into when you plant or on site, you can easily mix it. Then you transport it in-house to wherever you want to.
Public roads.
As much as possible, idea we is limiting the public transportation of explosives.
But when is it a new introduction?
No. But we won't do that. It was new additional guidelines, no.
Additional guidelines.
Now, you discussed it last week, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but additional guidelines, no, a new.
New.
Additional guidelines need new.
Yes, sir.
Lessons I pick it from a PRT and I'm going to develop additional guidelines.
Very good, very good. Because the can say, I can say, trucks, no. Your requirements, authorized truck requirements. Yes. Our regulation, yes. 104, it is there.
Yes.
No, now hold it that I need this, but lapses. The new additional measures number.
Because I know, say, what Maxam was transporting was AMFO.
Yes.
And what it means, there's a CCR, unless by express authorization, mean transporting bio CCR.
Yes.
They cannot.
Yes.
And I understand that because I know so say Chirano mines are not the product in the economy. And when you AMFO plant in the whole. And how would they get their AMFO? I told you more.
Okay. Almost complete.
Okay. Yaka, and I believe said Yaka now a part of the checklist. And also be taking a 1-1 and send what me are transporting explosives on public roads. And apart from the working, what other things now what checklist necessary also be a
checklist no no bosom.
Okay.
Based on the additional guidelines, you develop a checklist on them.
Okay.
And so when we go every item on the checklist, we have to check to see say ampa what is so. And sana ya ma kwan say. Timpesa kame bobo so kakra. Now we heard the way checklist in city.
Yes.
I mean the contents in the checklist. But is the explosive company duly registered and having all the requisite approval? Explosive company in call what register as a mine support service? BIOK permits and approvals. Did the explosive manager notify the chief inspector of mines and the regional manager 48 hours prior to transporting explosives? Was the last week? Has the explosive truck been physically inspected by a mine inspector and gone through the truck examination list? And an America said you need to check for truck examination, we're checking for chains, we're checking for fire extinguishers, we're checking professional license. You need to look at all this. So you take that part, whether it's yes or no.
Okay.
If it is no, what caused the no? Then there are remarks over there. And the woman making sure that it is fixed before Ansana transfer.
Okay.
Is the explosive truck driver having a professional license to drive there? You have to check. And then a tonnage capacity. And nobody determine the license type. I was saying, is the explosive truck having a red flashing light visible 100 meters away? Any account was Is the truck having a siren? Any account was Is the truck equipped or fitted with automatic fire suppression supply? Apart from the fire extinguishers, you need to also install automatic fire suppression supply.
Okay.
Is the explosive truck equipped or fitted with integrated monitoring system to check driver fatigue? And an American say,
in camera,
do we have a megaphone on the explosive truck to warn persons or bystanders in case of danger? I do chroma a bit markers explosive truck neighbor and also has the explosive truck and in-vehicle monitoring system. And I can watch them. Also, has the escort vehicle driver been trained with record of training that he has to maintain a speed limit of 60 kilometers? Yeah, training no. Yes, all the one no kekenaka train. Has the explosive truck driver been trained with records of training available that he has to? Okay, and also has the explosive manager developed a code of safe working practice regarding the transport of explosive from its operational site to other sites?
Okay.
I know now Busa 17. enti yebehwe no is a competent person in possession of the explosives code of safe working practice. I don't know how me want them say we are one the explosive manager no we are obe keep copy no the copy ama blast man no on explosive driver sir refuse bit mamba obit ma refresh okay we need also here say you now I go back enti eno so ho no it we nyina no say has a man inspected, verified and recorded in a special designated explosive logbook that all the requisite safety requirements, rules and protocols have been met. Inti we nyina na wo checklist ni so no obehwe ni nyina. So obehwe ni nyina na okay, that is where obe endorse on the way bill. Now obe sign in a book book a chese all the safety protocols regarding the transport no be okay. Inti obe man kwanya manako. And that is about the checklist. These are the contents on the checklist. It is at our bosom. Any custodian of it. When we go, we look at all the contents in it, ask questions, and look at it visibly. Say, then we can give them go ahead.
Very well. Very well. I think we've just about covered all the issues. And maybe your final comment.
Oh, Obi, my final comment there. You know, I'm still my condolences still are the mom because omutina we nyina ba ye education no enti ye bekoso de nyame abotre na nyame inshira mom bi omukombia no nyame nim obeyi omafrim na ye move forward as a nation to all this so no yenso mines inspectors we be making sure say all these additional guidelines no ye dey adwuma to prevent condition ye nuanu apiati komi ti obi medawase.
Fantastic. Yanso ye dasi ora Jesse ena moten nkano no ye mines inspector ewo minerals commission Kwame Jesse inspector of mines and amotesi no AD and community ye dasi nyame ya do next week ye be science we share.
Okay senior. Okay, thank you.
Ekosiisen science no high Asempa 94.7 FM enti yeguso ede dwumadi no bremo e wa Asempa FM 12 minutes after 3 ma yenkaimo said the kan
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
yene yebekwa ahoma no so akwa akodi enkomo na first we'll go to the US of A eho na Professor Kweku Asare ewo ono a lawyer and a governance expert and the yenkonkoti ono na dwenche on Supreme Court ruling about Enra ne implications are ewo at the MIA as on my Professor Kweku Asare akwa be Ekosiisen so ni
Obi mejoso me tun kache
enye easy na bibia boko
me pato bibia ye boko apart from Putin or how you ask for again anyone say yen abaina aye wono ya chemu miensa eye womo a womo ya mra womo amra na ye no womo beko implementing mra no ena womo a se ntiasia ma womo ekrekre mra no ase womo a mo ekrekre mra na se ni judiciary no one more yam run on the parliament, and now one more implementing run executive. Now that branches means saying Obia equal, Obia independent to some extent, no one be a boom, but some essential pieces of our continuing country of our say, you say. Into offer. Ye court no a who the case kwa e bia one more agi judge
Ekosiisen on
Asempa abe na edi case one mu ye den na mu yi sa judge 5 eye one mu na mu decide parliament entimi for catch am say mu yi sa ni 5 ana ukoto opinion no a one mu timi yi oba ko say wo justice Osei Bonsu what trust our opinion? Executive in to me comes down. I don't know, Mama. Justice Osei Bonsu. I trust our opinion. Sasuna. Okay. Article 109. Article 109 said, a back 10 year parliament. Every year, we make parliament. One more procedures, no more processes. No parliament now, you standing order and for govern. It is based on standing orders. Parliament, we say, that we are deputy speaker, not all preside. We no debate, untimi about voting untimi voting. Na oge ho a nyansa e wo saa we ni standing order because number one, it follows from the constitution. So who read the constitution it comes to the crowd one. You come to the conclusion that that's what the conclusion wants them to do. And number two, the who preside now to make us say obi me ma on kasa kwaku kasa we are out of order kwasi who hadwin ma pam what ko me ma on vote who disturb house no call more or less no when you are presiding you elevate you above all the MP to the extent say who fellow MP no put me working with fellow MP out. Put me catch your fellow MP so you're out of order. And anything other no, we very respect it. Even though we know your MP. But for the time being now, all your presiding, they should accord you some deference and respect because of star human any star position who occupy temporarily. They say